So in this section, we are going to see questions from module 1.
All right. So the first question is, your company is running Microsoft Exchange Server 2007 and your employees use Office 2007. You need to upgrade your systems, but you want to minimize your CapEx impact. Which of the following is the best solution? So the key point we need to consider over here is you need to minimize your expenditure. So by purchasing Exchange Server, you are going to pay upfront. So that is, we are eliminating this option. So I don't think that's an answer. The second again is the purchase Exchange Server. That again require you need to have a CapEx investment. So the only option over here is subscribe to Microsoft 365, which is not a CapEx model, which is an operational expenditure model. So the right answer is C. Let's look at question number 2. You want a cloud subscription model that is the least expensive way to access services that are strictly hosted by a cloud service provider. So the keyword is strictly hosted by a cloud service provider. So which cloud model describes this? Is it public cloud? Absolutely. So public cloud is the one which offers a cloud hosted model, which is strictly hosted by a cloud service provider. What are the other options? Private cloud, which is not right because again, this is managed by you or other third party. Hybrid cloud, again, requires some part of a public cloud, but again, it requires you to maintain some on-prem as well. So that is not an answer. Cumulus cloud, I don't even know I'm pronouncing this right. I don't even know what this word means. So I'm going to choose no. So the right answer over here is public cloud. All right. So let's look at question number 3. Which of the following best describes the benefits of cloud computing? So we are going to look at the benefit of cloud computing. That's the key word here. So for that, we have to basically read out each statement and eliminate based on which one doesn't sound right or which one doesn't fit well with the benefit of cloud. Right. So the first statement is cloud computing is cost effective, elastic, and on-prem. So the cost effective is right, elastic is right, but the last statement is wrong. So I'm eliminating this answer. This is not right. The second statement is a cloud computing is scalable, inelastic, but always current. Again, scalable is correct. Always current is correct. Inelastic is wrong. So that way I'm eliminating this answer as well. This is not correct. Cloud is elastic. So the third statement is cloud computing is scalable, elastic, and reliable. So it ticks all 3 boxes. So it is cloud computing is scalable. You can scale up and down, which is elastic, and cloud computing is reliable because the cloud service provider takes care of the high availability and disaster recovery and things like that for you. So this is going to be the most likely answer. Let's look at the last option as well. Cloud computing is cost effective but unreliable. So cost effective is right, but unreliable is wrong. So this is wrong choice. So the right answer is option C, which is cloud computing is scalable, elastic, and reliable. Let's look at question number 4. You want to leverage the cloud to host virtual machines, which is VMs. Which type of cloud service is this? All right. So the key word over here is virtual machine. So if you want to host VMs, we know that we talked about it in the second module, which gives you infrastructure as a service. This is where you get to control the which operating system you can install, and you get to choose which application you can install on top of your OS, etc. So the right answer, even before I'm going through the option, is the first one, which is IaaS or infrastructure as a service. Definitely not PaaS, because PaaS you cannot install a VM. And in SaaS also, you will not get a VM. So the right answer is A. Let's look at question number 5. So in question number 5, which type of cloud service provide an environment for buying, building, testing, and deploying and running software applications? So the key over here is building, testing, deploying, and running software. Never it mentioned about maintaining a server, patching an operating system, getting a control to your operating system, etc. So this is definitely a platform as a service. So the right answer is platform. Infrastructure is not, because it doesn't need, this customer doesn't need a server to manage and maintain. Software as a service doesn't offer building, testing, deployment, and running software application. So the right option or the answer available is platform as a service. Question number 6. Which of the following regulations apply to cloud computing? All right, so the key word over here is regulations. And in exams, you need to watch out for these statements. Like sometimes you would have to select multiple answers to complete the whole scenario. So make sure you read out the whole question and select all the appropriate answer. The options are Endangered Species Act. I don't think this is anything to do with cloud, so I'm eliminating this. This is some Animal Protection Act. B, HIPAA. Yes, definitely HIPAA is a regulation for cloud computing. Sarbanes-Oxley Act. Yes, that is part of a cloud regulation. Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act, GLBA, is again a part of a cloud computing regulation. Cloud Compliance Act, I never heard of it. I don't think that's even a regulation for cloud computing. So the right options are B, C, and D. Question number 7. Which of the following are components that are included with Microsoft 365? Again, we are trying to find the components which is included with Microsoft 365. Again, we need to find 3 answers. So we know that what are the components involved in Microsoft 365, right? Microsoft 365 comes with Office 365 Suite, depending on what licensing SKU you purchase. If it is Enterprise, it comes with Office 365 Enterprise, Windows 10 Enterprise, and Enterprise Mobility plus Security. So I'm going to choose, the first one. It comes with Office 365 Enterprise. It doesn't come with Office 2016. It doesn't come with Office 10 Pro. Yes, it comes with Windows 10 Enterprise. And yes, it comes with Enterprise Mobility Suite. So the answers are A, D, and E.
So in this section, we are going to see questions from Module 2, which was around Microsoft 365 core services, deploying Windows 10 and Office 365, unified endpoint management, and teamwork.
All right, let's look at the first question. Which of the following are feature pillars of Windows 10 Enterprise? I think in the first lesson of the last module, we've gone through a lot of features which comes with Windows 10 Enterprise Edition. So let's find out which one is that. Is it limited hardware support? Absolutely not. It supports pretty much all hardware. Is it complex updates? Definitely not. Windows 10 has Windows as a service. That's a new way of updating. We learned about different update channels, what is long-term servicing branch, another way of getting Windows feature updates, etc. Is it intelligent security? Absolutely yes. There are a lot of intelligent security you can get with Windows 10 Enterprise, from your advanced threat analytics to your credential guard to your device guard, etc. Is it rigid management? Absolutely not, because you can use Microsoft 365 Intune or Configuration Manager to seamlessly manage your Windows 10. So the right answer is C, which is intelligent security. Let's look at question number 2. You want the ability to communicate with colleagues by using instant messaging. Which Microsoft 365 app enabled this? Is it Microsoft Exchange Online? So the key word in this question is you want the ability to communicate with your colleagues using instant messaging. So you are looking for a platform which can be used for instant messaging as well. So it's definitely not Exchange Online. It's an email platform. Is it Microsoft Intune? No, because Intune is used to manage your devices and your applications. Is it SharePoint? No, SharePoint is a collaboration platform where you keep your documents and creating sites for your teams, etc. Is it Teams? Absolutely right. Teams is a platform where you can use for instant messaging, audio, video conferences, project work, etc. So the right answer is D, which is Microsoft Teams. All right. So the next question. Which of the following is a cloud-based platform that combines customer relationship management and enterprise resource planning? Right. So the key word on this question is you're looking for a cloud-based platform which includes customer relationship management. So you're looking for a cloud-based CRM tool. Is it Power BI? Definitely not. Power BI is a data visualization platform. Is it Dynamics? Yes, absolutely. So Microsoft Dynamics or Dynamics 365 is a cloud-based customer relationship management platform. Let's look at other options. Is it Yammer? Definitely not. It's an enterprise-wide or wide collaboration tool or like a site. OneDrive for Business is a private storage for individual users. So that is definitely not an answer. So the right answer is option B, which is Microsoft Dynamics. Fourth question is, which Microsoft 365 service or app enable you to manage users' devices? So the key word over here is, so you're looking for a Microsoft service or an app which enable you to manage user devices. So management capability is what you're looking at in the tool. So is it Exchange Online? Definitely not. Exchange Online is an online version of your email calendar solution. Teams is a hub of teamwork where you can use for chatting, instant messaging, your videos, audio conference, etc. Is it Microsoft Intune? Absolutely right. You can use Intune to manage your users, devices, and apps as well. So Intune is the right answer. Let's look at the fourth option. Is it Microsoft Azure Active Directory? Definitely not. Active Directory or Azure AD is an identity platform solution and a security solution where you would be able to manage your identity. So the right answer is option C, which is Microsoft Intune. So you are the IT manager for your organization. What is the simplest approach to have your users install Office on their client devices? Interesting question. So you're looking for a simplest approach to have your users install Office. So we learned about multiple tools you can use to manage your Office deployment. So we are looking at a simplest tool which you can use to, right. So let's find out. Use the Office deployment tool. Yes, of course, you can use. Is it simple enough? No, because you still have to download, click to run, modify the XML files, deploy it locally, and download the files. So it is not simplest. Definitely you can do, but it's not the simplest. Install directly from Office 365 portal? Absolutely right. That's the simplest way you can install Office apps. Because once you have the right license, if your administrator enable you to log into the portal, then you as a user can log into the Office 365 portal and download and install these Office apps up to 5 devices. So that's another thing, something special about these Office apps. So B is the right answer. What about configuration manager? Yes, you can use config manager, but it's again not simple. You have to create an application, deploy to a local distribution point, then deploy to a collection of users, etc. It's possible, not the easiest. Finally, Intune. Again, it's possible, not the simplest, because again, you have to upload the package, create the script, and deploy to your devices. So the right answer is option B, which is the easiest or the simplest way of installing the Office apps. So which Windows as a service update channel does not receive feature update? So you remember we talked about Windows as an update, and we talked about long-term servicing branch, semi-annual channel, Windows Insider programs, etc. So we are trying to find out which does not. So the keyword here is does not receive the feature update. So the feature updates are the main update which Microsoft release twice every year, 2 times, which include the major feature update. So we are going to find out which one is not a feature update. So is it the Windows Insider program? Definitely not. Windows Insider program, you can download the feature update earlier than anyone else receives it. So I'm a Windows Insider. Please make sure you go and sign up for a Windows Insider. It's a kick-ass program from Microsoft where you get to try out these insider preview features well before Microsoft releases to a broader audience. Is it semi-annual channel? Definitely not. Semi-annual channel and the semi-annual targeted is targeted to deploy this feature update. Definitely not. Final option is long-term servicing channel. Absolutely right. So long-term servicing channel is for specialized devices where you can purchase and install Windows 10, and that can run on that device for longer than any other devices without even you having to update to a next feature. So the right answer is D, which is long-term servicing channel. And the final question is, which of the following lets you see how you spend your time at work and then suggest ways to work smarter, like cutting unproductive meeting time? This is exactly we have seen in the previous video. The last topic was this. I talked about two products. The one is workplace analytics and the second one is my analytics. So the workplace analytics will give you the organizational wide intelligence using data and AI. My analytics will give you an individual based data which can help you work smarter, give you better work-life balance, like cutting unproductive meetings and focus on the time when you are at work, etc. So the right solution is my analytics. So I'm straight away going into that option because I just finished taking you through that content.
So in this section, we are going to go through question and answers from module 3, which was around security fundamentals, security features within Microsoft 365, IaaS management, device and data protection, and compliance in Microsoft 365.
So the first question is, which of the following blocks or allow network traffic based on traffic properties? Which is quite easy. So you need to look at a solution or find a solution which is going to block or allow network traffic. Is it DLP policies? No, because DLP policies used to control the information, either to protect your data like emails or the documents, etc. Is it firewall? Absolutely yes. So the firewall is a technology you can use to block or allow network traffic. Is it MAC address? Definitely not. MAC address is a hardware ID of your local machine. Router is a device used to route the traffic from one location to another location. So the right answer is firewall. Let's look at the next question. Which of the following Microsoft tools requires the tenant admin to approve a request before access to your data center is granted to Microsoft engineers? So we just talked about it in the previous module. It's very important topic. So this is very unique to Microsoft as well. So is it Service Trust Portal? No, Service Trust Portal is where you can go and get the privacy compliance data. Is it Microsoft Intune? Definitely not. Microsoft Intune is a solution you can use to manage your devices and applications. Is it customer logbox for Office 365? Absolutely yes. So when you turn on, when you go through the approval flow of the customer logbox for Office 365, you can define access to your data center for the Microsoft engineers. So the right answer is customer logbox. Definitely not compliance manager. Let's look at the third question. Which of the following is a compliance tool in Service Trust Portal? So you're looking at a compliance tool. That's the keyword. Is it auditing? That's not a tool available under Service Trust Portal. Is it security? Yep. Security is something what we want, but that's not again a tool which is available under STP. Is it global compliance, which is, yep, global compliance is available in the compliance manager. Is it trust document? Absolutely right. So the trust document is the compliance tool in the service portal. So the answer is D. The next question is, which of the following is a key capability of compliance manager in Microsoft 365? So you're looking at a key capability of compliance manager. Is it workplace analytics? No, workplace analytics give you organizational-wide information to make some key decisions like the well-being and how your employees are using time, etc. Is it actionable insight? Absolutely right. Actionable insight is a key capability of compliance manager where you can take decision based on the recommendation given by the compliance manager. Is it My Analytics? Definitely not. My Analytics is an individual tools which can give you the data gathered by the AI and the usage pattern so that you can get a better work-life balance. Is it streamlined compliance? Definitely not. So the right answer is actionable insights, which is option B. Question number 5. You notice suspicious activity during sign-in from several user accounts. It seems as if these users are signing in at unusual times from not normal location. What tool or feature in Microsoft 365 might alert you to such activity? So you're going to find a tool or a feature in Microsoft 365 which can give you a suspicious activity or an impossible travel uh, from a user location. So is it Microsoft MFA? No, because Microsoft MFA will give you a dual factor authentication to protect your identity. Is it Azure AD Privileged Identity Management? No, because Azure AD Privileged Identity Management give you an option to give an extra layer of security or approval before a user gains an administrative privilege. Is it Microsoft Identity Manager? MIM is an identity solution which you can use for other additional features. Definitely, that's not the answer. Is it Azure AD Identity Protection? Absolutely right, because Azure AD Identity Protection is the feature which can give you a lot of additional functionalities which can help you detect a user signing in from unusual location or impossible travel time or signing in at an unusual time, etc. You can find that behavioral data as well. So the right answer is option D. Let's look at question 6. You want the ability to evaluate a user's account to that of a temporary administrator. Which Microsoft 365 identity management feature could help with this? All right, so we just eliminated this answer from the previous question. So the keyword over here is you want the ability to elevate a user account. So a user account which was trying to gain something, and you as an administrators can give control or disable control of somebody's privileges. So which Microsoft 365 identity management feature can help you with this? Is it MFA? No, again, it's a dual factor authentication. Is it privileged identity? Absolutely right. So if you have Azure AD privileged identity enabled, this is a Microsoft Azure AD P2 feature. So you need to have a P2 plan to activate privileged identity. When you have that, you can elevate a user account for a temporary administrator access. Then you can audit it, you can remove it, things like that. It's a beautiful solution. You should check that out. Is it Microsoft Identity Manager? Again, that's not a right answer. It's a solution for identity. Is it Azure AD Identity Protection? No, Identity Protection gives you extra features for behavioral analytics, impossible travel time, suspicious location, etc. So the right answer is option B, which is Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. Question 7. In Microsoft Intune, what kind of policy enable you to ensure that devices are not rooted and are configured with complex password? So you're looking at a type of policy or a kind of policy within Microsoft Intune which can give you ability to block the rooted device and configure the complex password requirement. Is it conditional access? No. Conditional access is an Azure AD policy which can give you a lot of checks and checks in place before allowing a user to access a particular service. Is a device compliance policy. Absolutely right. So when you enable device compliance policy, you would be able to set policies such as a particular device is not able to access or non-compliant if it is jailbroken or rooted. Or you can enforce a device or a user to have a complex password as well. So the right answer is B. Let's look at other options. Is a device enrollment policy? Definitely not. Enrollment policy will give you an ability to allow or not allow certain type of devices to be enrolled to your Microsoft Intune. Is it configuration policy? Device configuration policy will let you deploy policies like a VPN profile or a Wi-Fi profile, for example. That is what device configuration profile will do. So the right answer is option B, which is device compliance policy. Let's look at the question number 8. Which feature in Microsoft 365 enable you to receive and redact contact prior to export to ensure that only the most relevant data is being shared? Right. So the key word here is enable you to review and redact content prior to the export. So you're looking at a feature within Microsoft 365 which can do that. Is it customer key encryption? No. Is it advanced e-discovery? Absolutely yes. So advanced e-discovery, which will help you review and redact content prior to the export. Is it Azure Information Protection? Definitely not, because information protection will give you a data protection and ability to classify, label your document. Is it Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection? Definitely not. It can give you additional features like anti-spam, anti-malware, additional capability, security features, etc. So the right answer is Advanced e-discovery. So the option is B.
So in this section, we are going to go through the last module review questions. So last module was all around Microsoft 365 pricing and support, and how can you create and request Microsoft to support if there is any Microsoft 365 issues.
All right. So let's look into the first question. The first question is, which of the following Microsoft 365 subscription plan include Microsoft Azure Active Directory P2 or Plan 2 for advanced identity and access management? So we want to understand which plan include the P2. So you all know that P2 is either part of E5 subscription or P2 is the last option. So it is mostly available in the E5 plans. So the first option is business. So the business doesn't include all the advanced functionalities or advanced security features. E3, yes, it does, even though it does few features of security, but not all the advanced. Azure AD P2 is part of Microsoft 365 E5, or you can purchase as a standalone product as well. So the option is C and the answer is C as well. Let's look at the next question. You are the Microsoft 365 subscription administrator at your organization. As of 10 a.m. this morning, no one is able to connect their mailboxes to Microsoft Exchange Online service. What should you do to check the service status? We just discussed about that, or I even talked about that in the previous module. So there is something within Azure Office 365 which is called Service Health. So when you go into Service Health, you can actually monitor the status of all Microsoft services. So the answer is definitely A. Uh, let's read through other options as well. Visit the Microsoft 365 online forum. Maybe somebody will post there, but that's not an effective way and it will take more time. Visit the Microsoft Azure online forum. Again, going to an online forum is not to check the service availability, it is to check the certain support tickets or to find out certain details about your technical difficulties. Or send an email to Microsoft support. Yes, you can do that, but you will take a lot of time to get a response. So the best and the right option is to go to your service held in Microsoft 365 Admin Center. The next question is, your organization is looking for a Microsoft 365 offering that is built specifically for first line worker. Which plan should you choose? It's fairly easy, simple solution. I'm sure you know that answer. Education? No, because education plan is for academics and educational institutions. E3 is definitely not for first line workers because it is a bit more advanced and for mid medium organization and larger organization. C is include all the advanced security features and definitely targeted for larger organization. Microsoft F1, definitely yes. F1 or first line is a licensing program specifically catered for the first line workers. Is it Microsoft 365 Business? No, Microsoft 365 Business is catered for small and medium businesses which have a limitation of 300 user purchase. So you can only purchase Microsoft 365 Business if you have less than 300 users. So the right answer is option D, which is Microsoft 365 F1. All right, let's go to the next question. You want to review the status of your existing Office 365 service request. What's the best way to do that? So the key word here is you want to review the status of your existing request. So what do? In the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, select View Request under the support blade. That is the right answer. So I don't even have to read the other options. So you go under Office 365 Admin Center and then you click on View Your Service Request under the support blade. So this is the right answer. Let's look at the other options as well. Search the Microsoft 365 support forum. Definitely not. You will not go and search for your ticket under Microsoft 365 support forums. That's absolutely ridiculous. Option C, only tier 1 cloud service provider have this information. You need to call them. No. So if you are under CSP, then definitely you need to go through CSP program, but this is not that option. Email Microsoft support. Yes, you can get some details about your ticket if you email them, but that's where not you go and check the status. You go under your Microsoft Admin Center and you click on View Service Request under the support blade. All right, let's look at the next question. Which of the following is an automated assistance bot designed to help you find answers to your Office 365 support question? So we are looking at a bot. We talked about it. Is it a fast track? No, fast track is a team which can get back to you for designing and implementation and migration of your Office 365. Is it a tech bot? Yeah, definitely it's a bot, but that's not the bot we are looking at. Is it a premier bot? I don't even know what that bot does. Is it an Office 365 assistant? Yes, absolutely. So the bot is named as Office 365 Assistant, which is an automated assistant designed to help you find the Office 365 support questions. So the answer option is D. Question number 6. Which of the following is a channel where you can get direct access to Microsoft 365 planning materials and project managers? Right. This is what we eliminated just before. So Fast Track is a program where you can get direct access to Microsoft 365 planning materials and project manager. It's not where you can find in tech community, definitely not premier support, it's not the support option, it's definitely not under any forum as well. So the right answer is Fast Track.